Hey everyone, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the reading. So today is going to be a general for the collective. Before I get into it, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell so you can know when all the next videos are dead there. That will help. And also share with someone if you feel like these messages will resonate with them or be of benefit. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Messages that we have collective. These messages may not resonate with everybody, so take what does and leave what doesn't. But I'm sure there's something for somebody out there. What messages do you have for the collective? You think so? Okay. So the first message we've got is number 53, Magician and the Mirror. 53 breaks down to an 8. 8 talks about movement, change, attainment rather, or maintaining something. Number 8s are associated with your strength and possibly the star card as well. So we're talking about the magician and the mirror. So for me right now, I'm picking up that for some of you, you are tapping into a very spiritual side of yourself right now. Recognizing that you are like a magician, as in, you know, the life and death is in the strength of your tongue, the things that you say. You're recognizing your strength right now. You're recognizing that, you know, the thoughts that you're having is having an effect on how you are experiencing life. I also see for some of you with that mirror gazing, you know, stepping into another portal, stepping into another realm with this magician and the mirror. What does the mirror reveal to you? What parts of yourself are being revealed? What messages are you getting from beyond this particular realm? That's the type of energy I'm getting. And I'm also getting that there is a portion of you who are seeing illusions. When you're looking in the mirror, you're not seeing what you're supposed to be seeing. Sort of like a body dysmorphia kind of energy. So there is definitely a need around centering yourself and getting to that space of self-love. So wherever it is that you are perceiving, you recognize that this physical vessel that we are all in is a very small part of the great, in the grand scheme of things, it's very, very small. When we're talking about our consciousness and talking about our divinity, the fleshical side of us, this here is a very, very small part of our existence here, of our reason for being. This part, this flesh part here is, you know, how we get to experience some of the pleasures and pains of life. Physical activity, desire, and things of that nature. But I feel for some of you, this is really a activation time for you. This energy around moving towards really deciding who you are in the grand scheme of things. That man in the mirror, talking to the man in the mirror, talking to the woman in the mirror. Who are you? Who are you becoming? What steps are you taking to develop yourself? And then we also have 20, zeroing in down to the 10. So looking at envy here. Okay, so we know that number 10s are about completion, end of a cycle, and a transformation. So again, like I said, I felt like there was some type of shift and change going on here. Movement is happening, you know, attainment is happening. What else did I say? Some change as well. So when we're talking about end of a cycle or completion, I think this is where you're ending this element of looking at yourself through the glare of somebody else, that envy of how other people seem to be skating through life, the envy of how does, you know, things seem to come so easy to wicked people and good people seem to have it rough. Not understanding that that's the program that they're on. It's a trajectory, it's a mindset as well, you know, and all of the experiences that we see around us are here in order for us to learn from each other, number one, to spur us on to activate our own inner divinity, also to set about changing the trajectory of our current state. So I feel like for some of you that is what's going on with you, and for some of you I feel like these changes with this magician state is causing other people to feel very, very out of sync with you. I think there is an envy in how you seem to be always smiling in the midst of all of the madness. How do you still stay up? What have you got to be so happy about? Why are you always smiling like that? Why are you always showing up with a smile on your face? Why are you always putting a light-hearted spin on things? You know, why are you always looking to seek for the positive in a shitty situation? Some people can't take that, you know, that energy. You want to find out individually from each card what this is in relation to. So the man in the mirror, what is this in relation to? Magician energy. Where's the magician in the mirror? Okay. Right, again. So we've got number 9, change. Number 9 symbolize fruition, completion, and fulfillment. Okay, so we're talking about the hermit, and we're also talking about the moon. So let's think about this now. So we're talking about this whole energy around transformation, digging a little bit deeper, you know, getting more spiritually inclined. For those who are mirror gazing, what are you seeing? And whatever it is that you're seeing, what can you use to apply to your daily life, which is going to change the way you're viewing it, the way you're experiencing life? Because there's a change again, and we said number 8 was about change, movement, and attainment. So attaining information, into attaining knowledge and skills, and how are you now putting that into practical sense? How are you able to use that as an activation to change your life, change the way you view yourself? Especially if we're dealing with that sense of looking in the mirror and not seeing the realness, and you're only seeing the illusions. Especially for those who are at that stage where they're looking and not liking what they're seeing. What is this message about? What are you seeing? You know, what is this? So is this change around what you do not like to see? Is that going into self-love, going into setting yourself healthy goals? taking some time to journal, to really look into oneself. And then when we're talking about delving in spiritually into the fact that you are the great magician and that you hold the weight of your experience in your tongue, as the power of your tongue, what do you speak to yourself? Are you speaking as a human or as a divine being? All of those differences, all of those different stances take a different toll in the experience that you're going to have. So, this man in the mirror, we're talking about some type of change. And possibly the change is to be able to see yourself as the privileged woman. Number 12, breaking down to a 3, growth, relationships, and initial success. So maybe this is what it is, seeing yourself in a successful position, being a privileged person, recognizing your privileges as whoever you have shown up in this physical realm as. What are your privileges? Are you well connected? Do you have the right type of people around you? In the line of work that you're in, what type of privileges are you is accessible to you in where you're at? Or is it this seeing yourself, the messages of up leveling, using what you're seeing for that change to then become this privileged individual? It says a lady here, but this is gender neutral. But to become this privileged lady for the fact that you are, you're continuing to grow. This is a relationship with oneself and also with the wider world. So your connections, your interactions, who are you participating, what are you participating in, and who is a part of this interactions, and then initial success. So becoming, I like that. Becoming somebody who you feel proud of, even being privileged enough to leave a nest egg for your future generations. This is generational wealth. This is leaving a legacy, all of things of that particular nature, leaving something behind so that you no longer need to envy the way other people seem to be skating through life or seem to have it sewn, or things of that nature. Or for others to, and maybe this is the reason why there is some envy. They see you as a privileged person. They see you as always having the right type of connections, the right type of attitude. You always seem to be doing okay. You're all right with the change that happens. You don't seem to complain very much about the changes that you see. So let me find out a little bit more about why envy's here. What is this in relation to? Yep, see, for some people, it's that sudden wealth energy. How is it that these people just land on their feet when it comes to having the coin? What is all this about? What is this? What is this all about? Balance, duality, choices, justice. Do you feel like things are going right for the right type of people? Is there a need for justice here? Because there seems to be a lot of duality going on. When you look at it in the grand scheme of things, how is it that, like I said, how is it that the wicked, in inverted commas, have wealth? And it's no simple, it's no hard thing for them to be able to surround themselves with the right people. And there also seems to be a mature woman involved in this element as well. So possibly this mature woman, when we get the mature woman usually speaks of somebody who is someone you would go to advice for, somebody who would have the right words to say, a lot of wisdom. But as it's next to these cards here, sudden wealth, maybe she's somebody who's got her coin sorted out, you know, or she's the one who is in this envy spot where they envy how you are living because of your sudden wealth. You always seem to have enough to do what you need to do. Or she has everything. So take the messages as they resonate. But I want to find out a little bit more around this Magician in the mirror and this change and this privileged lady. What's it all about? What is this? Get a bit more clarification on this, please. A bit more clarification, please. Number 6. Yeah, number 6, problem solving, compassion, and harmony. So possibly with that, you know, this energy, maybe this is the great problem solver. They have compassion, you know, for your situation, for the fact that you find life difficult, you know, when you look at everybody else's experience, there's a lot of envy here due to money. But anyway, let me go back. It was just something I forgot to look into. So let's look into what this Magician in the mirror, change in the privileged lady is all about. Can we get some clarification? Thank you. Some clarification. Okay. So I feel like there's some type of offer. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Cups. So some type of offer of love, companionship, and some type of partnerships. So I figure there's some kind of change in how you're viewing the situation. You know, recognizing that if you have a positive outlook on this particular interaction, then you're looking to yield the correct types of changes in how you view relationships, you know, viewing yourself as this privileged energy here. So you're not really surprised when all the offers start coming in for partnerships, for love, for someone coming in and offering their cup of love to you. Possibly because they've seen how sometimes you show up. And then you've got the Ten of Swords here. So are there an end of a real arduous task, something that was really, really difficult? You know, Swords speaks of our ability to be in our heads. Swords talk about the mind, thinking, communication. Yeah, and Swords is like an air card as well. So this could even be to do with a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, possibly, you know, going through quite a lot mentally, you know, and possibly emotionally around a particular relationship. So maybe this offer of love was something that was quite a lot for this person, and they're walking away from this situation, learned so much. It's the end of a cycle for them. Or maybe they walked away from something and now they're ready again to accept this offer based on change in perception, based on understanding that they are the great magician. You know, looking in the mirror, who are you? Who are you becoming? You know, there's a duality here. There is definitely a couple of different scenarios just within this in itself. Yeah, I want to find out a bit more about this envy, this sudden wealth. and this mature person. It feels like a right biddy. So it feels like someone who's just labba mouth, lavish. Talking about people's money, their coin, what they have, what they don't have. And the envy of it. And then for some of you, this is, this envy energy is around somebody seemingly having it all together. They've got their money right. And possibly this is a mature person who's got their ish together. And maybe you want to be, maybe you aspire to that, envy and all of that stuff. It's like flattery, and it's like somebody who envies what you've got realistically is the fact that they admire you, but then it can kind of get to a more kind of stage where they can begin to dislike you because of what you have, when realistically they want what you have, or you just seem to have it all. So I want to find out a bit more about this energy here. And if this is you, please don't be envious of how anybody makes their money. You don't know their inner workings, Possibly they have a mature woman who is helping to finance all of this flashy, splurging kind of energy. You just never know. And I think this whole thing is around really looking at yourself, stretching yourself, healing from those wounds of the have-nots, possibly, or having to deal with the ones who have and their behavior. So let's have a look, see. Three of Wands, there we go. Action again, waiting for your ships to come in. Putting in that effort. You've made a decision to do something. You've put yourself one step closer to making something happen, and now you're waiting for the fruits of your labor to come in. Waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for the results of what you've done. Yeah, so it's about making decisions and actually just seeing your ships come in. More clarification around the envy, selling off and control. Yeah, waiting for your ships to come in. You've done already, took the action that you need to take. Wow, all these cards coming out. Yeah, so take the action and you're waiting for what's going to happen. And then you've got the Sun. So everything's going to be all right. Make the decisions to do what you need to do for yourself. Don't even penny those people who are constantly hating on you, always watching your coin, watching your money, being like, right, every minute they can splurge or they just spend, they just seem to have it like that. Your brighter days are on its way, especially when you step out and make decisions for yourself. Put yourself closer to your dreams and aspirations and your goals. The Sun card is the most positive card. This is wish fulfillment, Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. You show up as this person, you have your coin, you're comfortable, you're stable, you got it enough so that you can share, you can have the comfortability in your life, especially when you make decisions to step out of your comfort zone, step out of looking at other people's experience. Rather, when you start coming from that space, you'll see things getting so much better and brighter for you. You have your own coin. What else is here? Seven of Wands. And one of the things that may even be the case is that, with all of this energy around this envy, possibly you may have to deal with people coming into opposition with you in some type of way because, they're envious of how you seem to bounce back, even in setbacks. You know, you always seem to be ready to do something new, take actions, make decisions on things. You know, they see that things do work out very well. You know, you always seem to have enough to get things done. So there could be definitely some need to protect yourself or some need to defend your honor, you know, or if you're the one doing the envying, maybe you may end up coming against some type of opposition. But if you can see this person has put themselves in a bubble that cannot be penetrated by these ones who's coming up here with their naysaying behavior, with their, you know, negative energy. So if you're feeling like there is that kind of energy, like why are people just having to be so negative, put yourself in a space where you recognize that you're in your own bubble and that you can protect your energy. Page of Pentacles, it's time to show the world what we have to offer. You know, even things at its very early stages. Do one thing that's going to bring you closer to your goals and your aspirations. You know, this is what's going to help you to get to that stage of stability. Bring in that coin, allow you to express yourself in this material plane and have the expressions that you would like. Yeah, very interesting energy, I have to say. So I'm just going to go off into some advice regarding the spread here. Some advice for the collective dealing with this elevation, you know, up leveling, you know, spiritual balance and change, looking at yourself from a more privileged position, being open to new love, you know, on the back of kind of coming out of something that was really mentally draining, but being open nonetheless for a new challenge, a new partnerships, you know, based on the completion of an old cycle, you know, doing away with that envy of people who just seem to have it sewn up. You know, their coin seems to be all right all the time, you know, and then this is where, you know, you possibly have some support, but also possibly some negative energy around this envy, but you taking the opportunity to do something that is going to benefit you in the long run, waiting for your ships to come in, realizing what comes in is wish fulfillment, having the coin that you need because of the switch up of your perception due to this change, due to seeing yourself as the great magician, seeing yourself in the right type of light and able to make these necessary changes. I like that. You know, putting yourself in a space where spiritually you are feeling safe. You're in a different headspace. So all the naysayers and all of the people with their envy and their negative things to say, you're cool. You're all right with that. Let them go on talk because you're just doing what you've got to do. You're thinking about your own coin, your own legacy. And there you go, having something to leave behind, some type of generational wealth. Let's get some advice. So yeah, take it as it resonates. It feels like there's quite a few different scenarios going on in here. Obviously, I'm doing a reading for the collective, so possibly certain elements may make sense to you, while others are not pertaining to you. But I feel like for a group of you, you are dealing with envious people. And once you focus on what you're doing, don't even penny people on their stuff, you know. And then there's some of you here who are doing the envying. And once you start really trying to just look at what you have, you know, looking in the mirror properly and being like, wow, look at how far I've actually come and what I've achieved in such a short space of time, you know, really allowing yourself to, yeah, give yourself a pat on the back almost, you know. So we have, this is from the animal spirit deck, turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace, you know. So that's with that whole energy when we're talking about the sun being the Queen of Pentacles, having it, giving with grace and gratitude. As we know, once we're giving things with gratitude and grace, we automatically get it back energetically because of, you know, the energy exchange. The hummingbird spirit, be here now. Exactly. Don't worry about what's happened or what's going to happen. Just be here now in the know that you have what it takes to change the trajectory of your current state by shifting your mindset, by looking into yourself as the great magician. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Yep. Time to let go of negative thoughts, negative energies, negative people, people, places, and things. Let go of the perception that other people seem to be doing better than me and there's got to be something wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. All that needs to do is shift in your perception. Time to let go of all of that. You know, this, you know, I've wasted my time or I've wasted my energy or I haven't put things into fruition. I haven't got much, you know, of a legacy. Let go of all of that and allow yourself to just become, you know. And then we've got swan spirit. Take a deep dive. Indeed, take a deep dive into the spirituality, into yourself, into self-love, into correcting some of your more warped states of being, you know, in that energy where we're talking about just allowing things to be. We have badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. Yep, be fearless and bold when you are making those changes, when you have made those changes and you're waiting for your ships to come in. Be bold and be expectant and have gratitude and grace, but be expectant. Yeah, I've put in this work. I've done such and such. So I'm waiting to see my ships to come in. I'm waiting for the things to, yeah, my time soon come, you know. Yeah, be fearless and bold about the actions that you take towards your new beginnings. Be bold in your, be bold and fearless in the shadow work, in looking at yourself. You know, sometimes the more harsher sides of yourself or the parts that you wouldn't really like to really own up to, especially if those who have been really quite bitter, you know, about how people have seemed to just be getting on, where your life seems to be a little bit difficult. You know, be fearless and bold in looking at why that is. You know, you'll probably find out that it's got to do with, you know, something to do with generational curses, as in breaking a chain of thinking, a way of being. You would find that it's to do with, you know, looking at things from a stage of maybe you're not worthy, or, you know, maybe I'm not one of the lucky ones. And looking at why that is, you know, it will really, really help. And then we've got antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. So be ready for it. Once you change your trajectory and once you turn a corner, things just speed up. More information comes. You know, it's like when the student is ready, the master is there. When you're really ready to turn a corner, when you're really ready to change, when you're really ready to step into your superpowers even, then things start to speed up. You get more of the same vibration. when you're feeling positive and things are happening, it's going to come to you just like that. When you're not thinking of just a mere mortal or more, a mere human, but you're seeing yourself as a divine being, more energy around that same type of thing of being divine, being, in a state of gratitude and grace, brings about more of that energy, and things start speeding up towards you, waiting for your ships to come in, seeing things come to fruition, you know. And then we also have Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. There we are. Take your time and lay a solid foundation, because things will be speeding up. There may be still bumps in the road. This is life after all. And all of the bumps in the road are here to allow us to, stretch ourselves. This is spiritual growth. This is where we gain our stripes, So just some words of affirmation and encouragement for moving forward, through whatever it is that you're currently experiencing, whether it's fear of the change, fear of opening up, or even a fear of letting go, fear of what the future looks like. Be in the here and the now. Lay your solid foundation. Be fearless and bold in that. Be kind to yourself along this journey. There's no need to beat up yourself on top of everything else, for that matter. So let's get some words of affirmation and encouragement. Collective. Words of encouragement and affirmation. Thank you. I feel like there's two more here. One. Self-known. I feel like there's one more, possibly even two. Not done yet. That two just flew out. I felt you. I felt it. Right, so what we have is, right, I am present. I am present. These are the words that you can affirm. I am present. I create the life I want. I create the life that I want. The universe provides me with what I need right now. The universe is providing me with what I need right now. Exactly the right level of circumstances to push you, to show you, to elevate you, to keep you developing. I am alignment with I align with my true calling. I align with my true calling. What is that? What is your true calling? To become financially free, to become peace, to become love, to be prosperous, to be healthy, to be whatever kind of thing it is, whether it's going to be a career goal, aspiration, or your highest calling. I enjoy quality time with friends and family. I enjoy quality time with friends and family. Yes, surround yourself with love. Angels are always with you. Amen. We are never alone. Our ancestors, our angels, our spirit guides are always here, giving us little nudges on the way, making things just a little bit more lighter, showing us something about ourselves that we can address, showing a level of kindness and love, support, I love without fear. And I think that goes down to anything that's, things that have happened in the past, maybe being single for a very long time, possibly being opened up to that new stage where it's like, oh, there's a fear around opening up, a fear around being hurt. But if you love without fear, knowing that this person has come into your life for a reason, to show you something, to love on you, and for you to show them something, take the fear out of it. Just go along for the ride. I love without fear. And lastly, my ideas become reality. Again, my ideas become reality. Just like how, life and death is in the strength of the tongue, so is the thoughts that you're manifesting in your mind about who you are. Mere mortal, nothing ever goes right, it's just my luck. But when you start thinking of yourself from a divine space, I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly learning, I am where I'm meant to be right now. The universe always provides me with what I want right now, what I need right now. And then my ideas of grandeur, being privileged, being a child of the Most High, then those things will be what your experience will be. So, you great magicians, okay, out there, manifest what you will, and enjoy it. That was quite a big one. I feel like I spoke to many people in this one. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There's no need taking on things that's got nothing to do with you. If it resonates and you're like, haha, that makes sense for me, then there is a affirmation there and words of encouragement and advice that you can take to support you on your journey. Do not beat up yourself. Be gentle, be kind, and be open for change and for healing and for developing oneself. So big up, much love, keep it going, keep supporting and loving one another. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification bell for all upcoming readings so that you never miss out on Wagwan. You're dead there when we're dead there. You guys take care. Empress Vibrant signing out. Take care, lovelies.